between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Saints, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On second down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Ty Summers, the one that was able to bring him down that time.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Buying time to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, a Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 44. They begin on the ground with Kamara. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
The Saints at 2-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On second down, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Jameis to throw it. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. It's a pickup. It'll lead to a new set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Winston. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. There's some space here. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Thanks to score, Ravens 7, Saints nothing. Justin Tucker will kick off the
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they've got a third down and 3.
Opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back. That could turn into a big game downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Jordan Stout now. Landry now on the return. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Throwing on second down. Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down there on a pickup at 25.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Winston from the gun on third down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. First and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs.
They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz good on the extra point. That is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week. Touchdown, New Orleans! Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. That makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bang it away.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Real quick.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remaining in the half. It's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the second half with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. Open man down the field is Landry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a free-possession game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position and feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Right back to Dobbins on first. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball is the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
give to Kamara running right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go play action. Winston. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return, Jackson. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Jackson to Bateman there, 1st down Ravens. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The gain on that one as it brings up 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So the drive will continue after the conversion on 4th. They'll work from the 20 on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Quick throw to Olave. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Jameis to throw it.
He'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Here's Jackson to return. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Play action. It's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team running.
No doubt about it.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. They're trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time now on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now Jackson. Jackson with a catch. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe, because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So it's a win here for the Saints.